guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with a semi-tutorial in a way, because this is an album that I have already shared a tutorial for. So I have a blank page tutorial. This is an 8x10. It's actually 8x10.5 album, and I'm gonna link the video tutorial that shows you the base construction of the book. Also, this tutorial it's included on one of my digital magazines, so if you want to see like step-by-step reading instructions, it will be part of that magazine. So I'm going to, I don't remember which one, but I'm gonna find it and link it on the description box below so you know exactly which edition is. And as you know, I have digital magazines that shows you step-by-step projects, and each one of my magazines includes at least one mini album tutorial, if not more, and they're always different sizes and different pages, of course. So anyway, so going back to this, I went ahead and did the same album as that 8x10 tutorial and the tutorial on the magazine. So I'm gonna show you this one here. I went ahead and covered everything with paper as well, and I wanted to make a family album. This one right here is the Heart of Home collection by Jen Hatfield, and this is one that I found a Tuesday morning a long time ago, and as you can see, I've used every bit of paper, and this comes with 48 sheets, and I might need a couple more sheets, so I do have a second pad to complete, but we'll see. I think I might have skipped some pages here because it's quite a large album. It might not seem so big, but it has tons and tons of rooms for pictures. So the original book that I did here, the one that I did for that tutorial, ended up being a school album. So this is a perfect school album. The size works really good, and especially when you get those class pictures and you do 8x10, you know, those 8x10 class pictures, and yeah, so that's what I created the original tutorial for. And speaking of school albums, I designing some back to school papers, and I'm just in love with it. And there's a little bit more that I still have to do because I want to make a boy and girl. The girl is all done, of course, because I have girls, so that's my, you know, my main purpose is to design something for them. But I decided to do a boy version as well, just to be fair. Okay, so I guess we can go over the layout so you can kind of see how much room for pictures this book has. And my idea for this video was to take this album to, you know, one step farther. So basically you make the album, you use the tutorial, you make the base construction, and then you cover everything with the paper that you're using, whichever that might be. And then you jump into this video and you say, okay, now what? Now what do we do? How do we make this album even more interactive, more special, more unique? So I'm gonna be decorating the cover. Of course, this album is going to a friend, so I want to make it really pretty, really special. And you know, I wanted to do a lot of family elements. So this page opens up like this, and again, large areas for pictures. You can fit 2 4x6s here. You can do landscape, portrait. If you hear screaming on the back, I apologize, my girls are playing. They're not fighting, they're playing. That's just how they play. They're playing some kind of video game. And then this opens up like that. Again, another large area for picture. And then this also opens up, so then you have all of that back area there. And then we have 2 5x7 areas for pictures. And this is why I kind of want to break into the second pad so I can cover this up. I mean, I might just leave it black because it's the perfect 5x7 picture size, I think. Let me measure this. It might not be. Yeah, so this is 7.5 by 5 1/8, or I think it's just 5. Yeah, so 7.5 by 5. So yeah, so you can put a 5x7 picture here. So this opens up and this opens down. So that is just these inside cover, so you could see how much room you have here for pictures. And this book only has 3 main signatures, but then okay, so then we're gonna move on here. So again, I cover it with the paper, but I still, you know, obviously it kind of looks almost naked, this book, right? It's just very basic at this point. So then we open this up, and this is a double accordion fold that's also a gatefold, and then this opens like that, and this opens like this. Again, I did not cover every single area with pictures. And then this also opens down, and I obviously forgot that this opens down because I did not add paper right there. So, you know, sometimes I make the book and I let it sit long enough that I forget how it functions, but now I remember. These are also pocket pages, so we're gonna be adding the inside there. And then here is the next page. This opens up like this. Again, large areas for pictures. Let me move this out of the way. So love this paper. It's so pretty. I love the natural elements. It's so in style right now. And then again here, large area for pictures that closes up like that. And then this next page looks like a pocket, but it's not. This actually opens up, and this large area also opens up. So again, lots of room for pictures, and you can put a nice 8x10 pictures here. So this construction could be, again, very functional also for a wedding, you know, those type of events that you want to put large 8x10 pictures. And then this section here opens up. So again, another large area for pictures. This closes with a magnet. And then we move on to this next page here. Again, looks very naked, really plain right now, but the interactive pages are set. Okay, so now this is a pocket, and this is a magnetized closure for that pocket, and this opens up. Okay, paper so beautiful. And then here is a large pocket, so you can fit quite a lot of 4x6 mats standing there, 5x7, and that's what I'm going to be adding. This next page was one of these gatefolds. Again, now this gatefold has a pocket, and this pocket is what keeps this gatefold together. So I have one piece right there, but then this also opens like that, and look how pretty the paper combines. It's like dark with a touch of pink. And then here is the next one. So over here, this page opens up, and this whole thing opens down. So it's a large accordion fold page. And then we have the back cover, the inside back cover, and this basically just opens up like so. And then we open this one. So this is like a large cascading page. So everything on this book is large, you know, kind of going for that large 8x10 areas for pictures, because that's how I wanted my kids albums to have to their school. So that was the original design for this book, was for my kids' school pictures. So now we're going to, like I said, decorate, finish it up, add a couple more interactive elements, or maybe not even that, maybe just some booklets here and there. But it's always fun to see an album come together, because sometimes we get stuck, right? We cover it with paper, and then what do we do now? What do we do next? So this collection luckily comes with a bunch of beautiful different cut parts. It comes with a bunch of little tags, and then it also comes with these tiny little squares that I think they're so cute. I quite don't know how to use these pieces, I mean, other than a beautiful background page. But okay, so anyway, I'm going to start cutting these pieces out, and then I'm going to play around and see which one looks best for my cover. I love the one in the center because it's nice and large, but I'm kind of also thinking that a beautiful family portrait will be really beautiful, you know, beautiful on the cover as well. You know, you're celebrating family, you're celebrating times together. So let's play around with that idea. You know, pictures on the cover of the books are actually really, really pretty. And there's something that, for some reason, I don't do a lot of that. But yeah, they look really pretty. I have some like that. So then the mini album becomes a frame, right? Because you stand it up in your bookcase, and then it becomes a showcase of the picture instead of the book. But anyway, I love this one. Says I got your back, and this one says we are family. There's just so many different fun pieces. So I'm going to cut this one here as well. I just want to have everything ready, and I'm going to create a bunch of little pieces that we can just add throughout the book, and basically we're gonna dress up our book. Okay, so then here we go. Here, so one more, and then I will cut the tags later on as needed. Okay, so back to this. So let's see, do I want these right here? This could actually be really pretty if we make this stand out a bit. And the other one that I really like was this one right here. So if we do an area for a picture, let's say this is an area for a picture, and then we do like a really cute we are family on the corner, that might also work. So I'm going to fussy cut this out just so I can play with that idea and see how that might look, and then we can figure out if we want to commit to that look or if we don't like it, you know. So we're just gonna try it. Okay, so here we go. Just cut this whole thing out. There you go. So let's say I have a picture here. Now I would definitely use some black cardstock to add this picture, and I'm assuming the picture is going to be a nice 4x6. So I am going to cut, oops, and I can't grab it. So I'm going to cut this at 4.5 by 6.5. Okay, and then I am going to line this up with maybe some pink cardstock, and I have one right here because the collection has a touch of pink. So this will be 4.25 by 6.25. Okay, so then we have two layers, right? We have the black, we have a little bit of the pink right there, and then we will have, let's pretend this is our picture. We will have our picture with two layers here of different frames, and we will have this right at the center, and then we have the we are family because it, okay, let me turn this to the back because it's confusing. So let's say picture, and then we have this we are family. I think I like that idea. That is really pretty. Okay, so the other idea will be just use this on the center, right? Which is also really pretty. It showcases the collection compared to showcasing the picture. So yes, but I'm going to glue, first of all, these two pieces together, and then I am going to use some chipboard. Let's put this on the side. So we're starting with two simple pieces of cardstock. Okay, and then I'm going to fix this because I think I need to replace my blade and it's not cutting really nice right now, so I don't like this. Okay, and then I'm thinking on using some chipboard on the back to raise this up and give it volume. So I am going to cut a piece right here, and we are going to glue this on top of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue, and of course this is not working. Okay, that is good enough. Okay, and I'm going to place this right there. So now I'm giving this a little bit of volume. Okay, let me just clean my glue right there. And I'm thinking I can probably even double this up, but let's think about it for a little bit. So this comes up like that. Okay, you might not see it on the video, but it makes a big difference when you raise it up instead of being flat against the cardstock. Okay, so that is good. I can even do 2 layers and raise it up even more, and I absolutely love that. So yes, that, oops, sorry about that. So that is gonna be a yes for me on the 2 layers of cardstock. So let's do this like so. And now I'm going to glue this on the center. Okay. Oops, now it started coming out. And let's just do that right there. You know, and I love the whole clean and simple feeling of this book because the collection is very much like that. Very modern, clean, and it's like modern, rustic, very clean and simple. Okay, so now the decision was, do I allow for a picture and do that on the corner, or do I just add that on the center? Oh, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add this, and they can always glue a picture on top of these if they want to have the family on the front cover. And then I can always add this piece, you know, just like put it in a pocket or something, or we can probably do it here if it fits. Yes, okay, I like that idea. It's like din din din. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm just gonna cut this a little bit closer too. I don't want to see too much pink. And a little bit closer here as well. And I'm also going to back this up on chipboard to give it dimension. So I have a small piece here. And this one I'm just gonna do 1 layer because I want to make sure my book is going to lay flat, so I'm not gonna make the spine be too wobbly. Okay, so here we go. We put that right there, and then we glue these right here. We are family. Love that. So cute. Okay, so I think this Looks really nice. If I can find a flat enough flower, let's see here. I had some flowers here on my table that I was working with, and maybe I can do a flower. I feel like I don't need that flower. Okay, so I could spend all day adding or removing the flower, so I'm not going to make that decision right now. That could be a journey right there. Okay, so now we're going to concentrate on the inside, and I absolutely love this piece. That is a gorgeous little piece. So let me bring my paper cutter again, and I'm just gonna cut this a little bit better. Okay, so that, and oops, here. Okay, and there you go. And I'm going to back this up also on the black and the pink. Okay, so we are going to glue this down on the pink cardstock, just like that. And then I am going to trim. Okay, let me move this out so I can be in frame. We are going to cut this piece like that and like this. Okay, and now I'm going to back this up on the black cardstock. Okay, so my kids are destroying the house apparently. They are so intense right now because they're playing with their cousins online. So there's 3 cousins online, and there's my 3 girls. But my 3 girls are all in different rooms for some reason. So they keep screaming at each other. And they keep running from one room to the other. So yeah, so this is the time I have to craft. So I apologize for the crazy noise. Okay, so now we have these back in the pink and the black, and see how even though you only see a touch of pink, it makes a big difference. So I'm going to add this piece right here on the center. Now I want to make sure that they are able to add a picture here or here if they want to. So I am only going to glue these a little bit so that way a picture can still come behind it or behind it here. And I'm going to just add glue on one little section like that. Okay, kind of towards the sides, because this is going to go right in the middle. How cute is that? Super cute. And then when you open this up, this is actually only glued to one side, so this can close. And I don't have a magnet back here because I already put magnets on each one of these pull-outs, so this does not need a magnet. Sometimes when I make a gatefold, this is my closure. I add a magnet here and I add a magnet here, but this is a different case because this is actually an accordion fold. Okay, so that looks so pretty. I love that. I love it. So I'm going to use this sheet here, and I'm going to cut these little pieces. So now these are perfect to build your like family tree. So I think I'm going to include these little pieces like in a pocket so they can build their family tree. And since I don't know exactly the family tree, I don't want to put something that might not be, you know, you know what I mean. Okay, so I am going to back these. We are family on this black piece of cardstock here. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. And trim this out. Okay, and then I'm going to put that piece right there on the corner, you know, and I'm only going to glue it like this so a picture can be tagged behind it. So either if they want to do one picture or a bunch of small little pictures that represent the family tree, or if they want to do one large pictures. My tiny little sentiment is only on the sides, so they can still do anything they wish. Okay, so now from here on, I'm going to be just putting this on the side and working on different booklets, and then we're just gonna add them. So let's put this out here, and I'm going to work with these pieces, and this works for any collection, right? Any type of collection, for the most part, they come with some little cards. Now my cards measure about 4 by 3, so I am going to use a piece of cardstock again, and I'm using heavyweight cardstock for all of these, and I'm going to cut these at 4 1/4. Okay, 4 1/4 by 6 1/2. Okay, 4 1/4 by 6 1/2, and I might do a couple of those. How am I cutting this? 4 1/4 by 6 1/2. Score at 3 1/4. Okay, so 3 1/4 will be the center of 6 1/2, and we are going to fold this along the score line and do the same here. 3 1/4. Okay, and then we can glue those pieces here. Okay, so let me choose two that I want to use. I love this one, you know, and maybe something with more lights. That one. Now before I glue that, I'm going to add some magnets. So I have tiny magnets. These are, well, not that tiny. I've seen tinier. So these are 10 by 1 millimeter, and I get these on Amazon. So I'm just gonna glue one right there. Okay, and these are really flat, so very seamless magnets. And then we are going to glue this image right there, and then we're going to add the other magnets right there on the back, and I'm going to secure that with some tape. Okay, and then when we add this into our book, we're just gonna glue that magnet in, and this opens up for a picture. So it's a cute little booklet, and I'm going to make 2 of those. So one right there, and then I'm going to glue these right on the center, and then we're gonna turn this around. Oops, and then add the other one, and again I'm just going to secure these right here. So we have 2 very simple booklets, and they are really cute. So now let's go ahead and do something different. So I'm thinking on doing a cute a waterfall, what do we call that? the pull down waterfalls. Those are always fun to do. So let's go ahead and use again some heavyweight cardstock. I'm gonna cut these the size of my cards. So my cards are 3 inches. I'll probably use this anyway. So I'm gonna cut these at 3 1/4 long, like that. And then we are going to do pieces that measure 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so I might need probably about 4. So I need to cut one more. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so I have 4 of those and one long piece, and this measures 3 1/4 by 11, I think, but we are going to be trimming that. So let's go ahead and place this in your scoreboard, and we are going to score at half, 1, 1.5, and 2, just like that. And now we're going to fold along the score lines here. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then I'm going to glue these pieces. So I'm going to start with the first one here. Okay, so we're gonna add one right there. Then I'm going to do glue on the second one, and we are going to add one right there. And then, okay. I want to show you my dance. Okay, so now I'm going to glue right here. Emma wanted to show me her new dance. That was quite fun. And okay, so then we are going to continue with the next 2. And there you go. So now I have the 4 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to make sure these are glued really good. I'm going to open each one at a time and just press down. Open the next one, press down, open the next one, and there you go. Okay, and then we're going to cut this piece. So the way I'm going to cut this is a little bit different that I've shown you before. So I'm going to do 2 inches out from the last line here. We're going to do 2 inches. Well, actually 2 is too much. Maybe 1.5, maybe just 1. Okay, so there you go. So I'm going to do this 1 inch, 1 inch below the last one. And then I'm going to open this out, and I am going to cut out 2 sides. I'm just gonna stay with 1 middle piece. So I'm going to take about 1 inch on each side. So I'm going to do from this edge 1 inch in, and I'm going to cut all the way up until the score line up. Okay, so let me go up. So actually you don't want to go all the way up. You want to be about 1/2 inch. Let me show you here. I cut it about 1/2 inch away from the first score line, and that is because I want to do a triangle cut. Okay, so this is our score line here. Not hard to see on the white, on the black cardstock. This is our score line, the last one, and then I just stay about 1/2 inch away and just did a cut. And now we're gonna do the same on the other side. So again, I'm gonna go 1 inch away. Let me just do this one like that. Oh, okay, never mind. So we're gonna do 1 inch away here. Okay, 1 inch from the edge, and go all the way until about 1/2 inch from the last score line. And it doesn't have to be exact because you won't see this, okay? This part is going to be hidden, so it doesn't have to be too perfect. But there you go, that's how this is going to look. And now we are ready to add one of our images here. So I don't know which one I like best. Maybe I'll do this one. This one is really cute. Okay, so we're just going to glue this right there. This is gonna be a pull down waterfall. Now I feel like you can round the corners on this bottom piece, or you can leave it like that. I'm just gonna clean this up a bit because my paper cutter is being weird. And I can probably cover that with some pink cardstock. So you want to make sure that whatever you cover this with is going to be long enough to go all the way to the top. Otherwise, it's going to get stuck. So I believe my cardstock here has to be about 3/4 inches. No, that's too small. Okay, let's try again. 1 inch. Okay, so 1 inch. And now I'm going to trim this a little bit on the top. There you go. So you want to cover the whole narrow section. So we're just going to glue that like so. And there you go. So now this one is ready to go into our book. And let's go ahead and add it in the book right now. So let me bring this back. Okay, so, oh, and I have the other two as well. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm going to skip that page. Now this cute little pull down waterfall would be really cute right there, wouldn't it? How cute. And then you can add a large picture here. So I think this is a good place for it. And we can go ahead and add that right here. So to add this, all we're gonna do is add glue on these corners right here. So not on this piece, of course, but just right here. And I'm gonna show you right now with the glue. It'll be easy to see. So just like that. That's all you need. Okay, and now we are going to hold this on the center. And we're just gonna press down on the sides that have the glue, which are these two sides. Okay, and that should be dry. So let's go ahead and test this. And there you go. So now we have our pull down cute little waterfall. And then we have the other two, right? So you can't put it here. And again, I really don't want to compromise the large area for pictures. So maybe I'll add something smaller in there. But then here could be a really cute area to put this. Like, we can still do a picture there, but this looks super cute. So I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead and take off the tape for the magnet, and we can glue this whole piece down. I want to put it right there. That way we have a nice area for a picture. And then this will open up, and a picture can go in here as well. And then of course this opens up completely. Okay, this one I might do something different. We can always do this and just, you know, glue it like that, just giving you some ideas. You can add two and just glue it halfway so you still have the pockets. But I want to see. So I think this will be a cute area because we have kind of like the same flowers, but I do want to just put it on the corner. So if they want to put a picture there, that will be cute. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue, and I'm only going to glue this side. Well, actually that side I have to glue it completely because of the magnets. Okay, so we will just put that right there, and I think that looks really cute. So I'm just gonna press down. So another little booklet area for a picture, and we still need something for this page. Okay, so now we're on this page, and I really like hidden elements and surprises. So for example, here we have these pockets, right? These are actually two pockets that open up, two half pockets. But if we add this piece right here, then you don't know that those are two half pockets, and you can barely see the back. You can even do it this way to hide it even more, and it's a surprise element. So I'm going to cut this a little bit and just kind of make it fit. So let's see what size this paper is. So this is about 3 1/4. So I'm going to cut that probably at 3 1/4 as well. Okay, so that should be the same size, maybe a little bit smaller. Okay, and then I'm going to back this up on this black cardstock. Okay, so I'm just gonna fully back this up, just like that. And I'm going to cut this again. Okay, so 1 and 2. And now all we are going to do is glue this here. Now of course you don't want to glue both sides because then you can't open your pocket. So we're just gonna glue on 1/2. So we're gonna do glue on this half right here, and then place it right at the center. Make sure that you're not accidentally gluing this close. Okay, so there you go. Ta-da! You don't know what that is. It's just a pocket. And I love that. I love that little surprise elements like this. Then for this piece, since it's kind of too bare, I'm going to add one little section right here so we can add a picture but still have something cute. So from this piece right here, I am actually going to cut this at 1, so I won't be using this as tags, but rather just use it as little note cards. So I'm just gonna cut that out, and then I'm going to cut these daisies out. I think this will be really pretty for that page. So there is the little daisies, and I backed this on black cardstock as well. So I'm just gonna do this piece right here. So I'm just gonna glue the little edge so we can add a picture behind it. So I'm gonna place it right there. Okay, and then we can still tag a picture in there, and that will look really pretty. And we're gonna put this right there. And let's move on. to this other page. So for that one, I want to kind of break this up a little bit because the pattern is beautiful, but it's just a little bit too much. So this will be a nice area for a picture. And then I'm thinking on using one of these smaller ones. Actually, no, I'm gonna use the one that we just cut out. The one that says I love you. I think that one's really pretty. Okay, so again, I'm going to back this on black cardstock, and we're gonna put that right there. So here's that piece, and I'm just gonna glue this right here. I mean, we could always just do that, but I feel like the black is a little bit needed on this page. So we're gonna do that right there. There you go. And then this little piece, maybe right here. So I'm just gonna glue this on an L shape and just add it to the side like that. So finally, for this page, I went ahead and cut some of these 2x2 little pieces. I think I have 5, yes. And then I cut 9 of these black cardstock, and this was cut at 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, so we can't fit these pieces right there. So I'm going to glue, and so this page is basically going to be for small pictures because I just had this idea to make like a little checkerboard, and I think it's gonna look really cute. So I'm just going to glue these pieces here on the black cardstock. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then I'm going to place them all over this page. And then I'm also going to use, oops, some of these are kind of weird. Okay, anyway, and then I was thinking on doing like one of the messages and then like one simple black, so a picture can be added in there. So I think that'll be really cute. I hope. I hope it looks like what I'm picturing. And it's just a different page. It gives it interest, I think. So there we go. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to start with this one right on the center. Let me move them so I can find the center. Okay, so we're just gonna glue one right here. Okay, and then if you're not, for example, using this collection, you can just simply break down your areas, right, with this and get the same effect by just adding the black cardstock pieces, and then you just add your picture right there on top. So let me make sure I do this straight because I'm not the best at doing straight things per se. So like this looks like it will be more like down here, and this is not quite straight either. Okay, so let's glue this again. Oops, oh, it's breaking. That's okay, it will be covered once again. Okay, there you go. And let's do this one here. And then we'll do this one over here somewhere. And there you go. Okay, so then we have that, and then we can go from there to up there. Okay, so I know these are straight now, so I can just place that one here, and then I'll do, maybe I'll mix it up. I'll do image and text, and then I'll do image on the bottom and text on the top. And there you go. So just have fun, you know, sometimes a collection speaks to you and you get some ideas per se that this might not work for the collection that you're working with, but you know, it's fun to try something different. Maybe the collection that you are using has something different that is speaking to you, and it's always fun to play around with different ideas. Okay, so I think that turned out good. I don't know if it's exactly center there, but I like it. I like how this looks. I like the idea of having different messages, like a little message board, and then we will put pictures in there as well. So I am done decorating this book. I hope that you guys enjoy. Well, back to the cover and the flower, I will think about that. I will do a final walkthrough of this book for those of you who usually only like to see the book for inspiration, not so much the whole process. So I'll be back with that, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm gonna link the tutorial for this one on the description box below. I'll have the link to that, and if you want the written instructions, I will also add the magazine on the description box below as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.